Well, what are you wearing, man?
I'm wearing a onesie with monkeys on it.
Because some
And
people are only listening to this. They can't
yeah,
see this in all its glory. It's a yellow, onesie with monkeys
yeah,
on it.
got a hood.
He's got the chest open and he's got chains coming out. He's some
Yeah,
kind of like Jersey Shore
a little
on a
peep.
sleepover or something like that. And he's got it's got footy pajamas in it. Oh man.
I have moccasins on too.
He's got moccasins, so he's culturally appropriating, as well as what's the why? What's is it new, and do you
No, it's
often
really old. I've had this
chest
for,
out?
huh?
Do you often keep the chest out?
Yeah, I'm going chest hair and chains 2021. That's coming at you. I'm
Damn,
gonna look
chest hair and
Italian.
chains. Chest hair and chains.
Yeah,
That's that could be an album name.
chicks love
Chicks love it. Yeah.
it, dude.
I'm not a chick, but and I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth. But
Yeah, chicks and podcasters love it.
are you on like the dating apps and stuff right now?
Yeah, vaguely.
Vaguely.
I like
Pop,
have
do you
profiles.
pop that on there? Do you show them 2021 Alex?
No, I have me in America onesie on there with. I think I have a cigar in my mouth.
Oh, okay.
So
Do you have any of you with something that was alive, but due to your hunting prowess is now not alive? Whether
no,
it be a
no, I
fish
have
or
never killed anything with my prowesses.
yeah, me neither.
There's even,
I haven't gone back on the dating apps yet. I'm trying to forget they exist.
yeah, I don't know. They're like funny.
But then again, I'm lonely, so
Yeah,
it's
I've never used them. I've met like I met one girl that I dated, and then I don't know. I think I met like less than a handful of people, and I literally downloaded Tinder when it like the first year or two that it came out. Like
oh
I
yeah.
there before the super like and with unlimited swipes and before
Ooh,
you could
yeah, I
tap
can only imagine what
profiles.
it is now.
Yeah.
I've been gone for like 2 years. It's
Oh
probably a
yeah.
whole different game. But
Different.
oh man, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna retire.
Yeah, you're calling it on the game.
Calling it I'm gonna call it for now.
Or are you gonna go? Are you just gonna step it up? Go to the pros. Go to Match.com.
No, no, I'm not gonna pay for it.
No,
No. A smile like this, Alex?
I guess. I've always thought that like if I ever wanted to like find someone to marry, I
Yeah.
would just do that because I'd be like, I don't know, like it seems like the easiest way to go about it, and like it's $17.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's like who's on Match? Like who are like normal people our age on Match? Because I always see those ones, like the more traditional ones from pre-dating apps. I always see those as being like, for lack of a better term, for like older people, like Plenty of Fish. I've always thought of for
Yeah,
like older people. Match,
in my
older
head,
people.
I always thought it was like for people like if you were paying for. I don't know why I made this association. I'm actually just realizing right now that it makes no sense. But in my head, I always assumed that like if you were one of those paying for it, you were taking it seriously. Like you were like, I
Yeah,
want to date someone.
but women never have to pay on these things. It's only guys that pay on them.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, I'm like 99% sure. It's like
Oh,
free for women because they want women there because it's gonna be full of dudes no matter what. So I'm pretty
yeah, that's
sure
correct.
like, and for that reason as well, it's like just feel, I don't know. I think,
Yeah, like who's? I guess if you're, but I don't know. Maybe
despite
that's. Sorry.
what you're wearing right now, like you're like we're both pretty attractive dudes. I don't think we should have to pay to
Yeah,
go on dates. That seems weird. And
but I
if
feel
that's
like
what it is, I'm out. I'm not even gonna subject myself to that.
maybe that's the like why I think that because like if I was a girl and I was like seriously looking for someone who I was like trying to settle down with,
Yeah.
I would be like, okay, I'm gonna go to the place where like these motherfuckers are paying and they have to tell me their height and their weight and their activities and like all that shit. I'm not gonna go swiping on Tinder to find my soulmate. You know what I mean?
See, to me though, if I was a chick, I'd be like, yo, these guys are paying. Like, how desperate are these guys? They're paying to be on some matchmaking service. Like,
I don't know where else are you gonna meet people, bro. You're not allowed to do anything.
well, okay. pre-pandemic, I still thought this about Match, and
Yeah, but still,
post-pandemic,
even
I'll
then,
still.
like, I don't know. I don't know how other people. The only way I
I
ever,
really don't know either. I don't do anything, so I have no idea.
I only ever met girls, yeah, through working at bars or being a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, for me, yeah. I met my last girlfriend after being at a show, so that yeah, that, I guess that's kind. But then I don't know. That doesn't seem like a very sweet way to.
But yeah, I'm like, where do normal people meet each other anymore? The only place I can think of is Match.com. Like, it's
Yeah,
literally the only solution that I have in my brain is like to find a normal person who wants a relationship is you just have to go to Match.com. Otherwise, you
see,
get some fucking bar skis or some Tinder shit.
but you know, I just for
Which
no,
is
I'm
bar
not gonna do
skis
that.
is not the nicest. I'm also bar skis, by the way. That
Yeah, I
wasn't
know.
to like defame the women of the bar
Yeah, who
scene.
are you trying to like?
Saying us who exist in the bar scene, who go out and bang from the bar are skis.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I just I've always thought like Match would be like, okay, I've given up trying and now I'm gonna try this.
Yeah, but that's how you end everything. Like, isn't that how you got your career?
By giving up trying?
Yeah.
No. I got it by
Oh,
like working hard and like applying for jobs and stuff.
most people get everything. They just finally are like, I get like no one has the dream car or their dream job or their dream anything. You just finally get to the point where they look at it realistically and go, okay, what is actually gonna work for my life? And
Yeah,
it's
so that's a no for
Match.com.
me.
It's Match.com, a Volkswagen, and like something with benefits.
Yeah. Well, I have the benefits, but ooh man, I no. No. You're too young as well, dude. That's weird.
Well, no, it's not for me. I'm bar skis. I'm busy
Mm.
being bar skis.
But you said that's where you'd go.
Yeah, if I wanted to settle, because
Oh, oh, you want
that's
to
where you
trick
go.
someone. You want to trick someone by paying for it and then make them think, oh, he's probably not skis. He's paying for it like a gentleman.
No, no, no. If I wasn't skis, if I was trying to
Oh,
settle, it would be two different existences.
mm,
Can't
gotcha.
be, they're mutually exclusive.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't think there's a way to meet people anymore. The only thing really you can find out about people right now is that they go to the same grocery store as you. That's pretty. So you got a save on card. Nice.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
it.
know. I swear everyone that I know that like ends up dating someone either, yeah, met them online or like knows them through a mutual friend
Mm-hmm.
or knows them through a mutual friend and then saw them online and then started dating.
Yeah,
Like that
yeah,
happens
yeah,
a lot.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess you know, there's a level of like Instagram where you're kind of like checking things out.
Yeah.
That's sort of like a not dating app in a way, or it can be. It
Yeah,
can be weaponized as such.
that's hilarious. Yeah, when you see like someone like a mutual follower, like you follow each other but you don't know each other, and then you
Yeah,
also see
like yo,
each
what's
other on
up?
Tinder, you're like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, man.
I know the rest of the pictures that go along with these.
Yeah, and that's all we have now in 2021. Yeah, so for that reason, I think I'm retiring.
For that reason, I think I'm gonna hang up the gloves.
Yeah, I'd
Well,
like
you
to
need to
use
die
this.
alone, then, Jim.
I'd like to use this episode of All Day Breakfast to announce my retirement from the game. I'm gonna leave my gloves in the center of the ring and walk off into the sunset.
I think you're leaving old condoms in the middle of the
My gloves.
ring. Chuck my gloves.
Peace.
Chuck my love gloves in the ring.
My love glove. Oh boy. Yeah, that's
We
it,
should
man.
make a song called Love Glove, Jim.
The love glove. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's my genre, you know? I don't know if that's my genre. I don't think I'd
That's
be
how I roll.
I don't think I don't think I'd be convincing as an R&B crooner.
No, you don't want to do Love Glove.
I'm a fuck the man
Yeah, but
rapper.
what about as a what about as like a AIDS awareness song?
Oh, there's already one. The J, the I, the M, the Y, the J, the I, the M. It's Jimmy. Hold it's Jimmy. That's a KRS-One song about wearing a condom so you don't get AIDS.
Man, I tried to write a joke about how rap is very irresponsible thematically about like carrying guns and like selling drugs and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
disrespecting women and stuff. But all of them are like, yo, but wrap it up though.
That's some my favorite stuff about some like 90s hip hop is like you hear these references and it's like, oh my God, that's the best. There's one of like the posthumous Biggie raps where, and I always think about it. It's like, then I whipped it out, rubber, no doubt.
Yeah.
Like what? And like,
And
yeah, things changed. Now it's all like, F and B's raw and stuff. Uh,
yeah. Yep.
so good, man.
Yeah, dude, there's a Cameron song, and I forget what it is, but it's so funny. It's like this whole song about like the importance of wearing a condom and like all the reasons as to like why to do it. It's like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
very
yeah.
responsible song, but it's in the midst of like one of his hardest albums. So he's talking about like murdering and like
Yeah. And
like
now for a PSA.
he's like, but guys, remember you could get them pregnant. That's no good. Like
Yeah.
and it's so funny because it's still very like he's still Cameron. So like a bunch of it is like, yo, bitches be hoes. So even if it's your
Yeah,
girlfriend,
yeah,
wrap it
yeah.
up. Like,
And sometimes you don't realize that it's a safe sex message until you think about it. There's a
yeah,
song, I think it's by Pop Smoke, but I've always wanted to talk about this on stage, where like the chorus of this song is, Shorty's a little baddie, she's my little boo thing, and Shorty got the fatty, she be catching mood swings. Okay, that's
yeah,
good. The song's called Mood Swings. The next little bit is where it gets into like, excuse me? Here's where the safe sex message comes in. Every time we F without a rubber, I nutted on her covers. See, he pulls out, and I keep it undercover because I don't kiss and tell. And I've always wanted to say about that song, like, don't you think this chick's boyfriend is gonna be suspicious when you're like washing only the duvet every couple days? This guy's just coming over and nutting all over your duvet, and you're like, fuck, man. Like, I appreciate you not, I appreciate you being sort of safe with it, but
come on.
come on, dude. I'm gonna go bankrupt on Tide here.
Or he's just always coming home being like, oh babe, the sheets smell so nice.
Yeah. Like, damn, how do they smell so fresh? Like, well,
He's like, oh, I got those bounce sheets to say they weeks of freshness. They really
Yeah.
were. He's like telling his friends at work. He's like, man, these things are crazy. He's like, my
Yeah.
sheets smell fresh every day.
They're all
I
like,
get-
my girlfriend's place smells really good too. There's just this dude running from house to house.
My little baddie.
This guy running out from house to house, nutting on duvets.
Oh, man.
The safe sex bandit.
That's so funny.
But I've always just thought that was such a bizarre like hook for a song. It's like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I nutted on her covers, but I keep it undercover because I don't kiss and tell. He doesn't kiss and tell, but he leaves a bunch of DNA.
Yeah. Well, he's not committing a crime.
No, but I
think
mean,
these dudes are swabbing.
you don't know, man. Who knows?
You never know.
So I
Yeah.
had a board meeting of my condo this week,
Yeah.
and I learned some things
Oh, yeah.
about pigeon maintenance.
Sorry, pigeon.
Pigeon, yeah. You know those birds?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah. So my
Isn't
building,
it January? Don't they? Aren't all the birds? Either
yeah. So here's the
dead or
thing.
out?
We have a pigeon problem. I haven't seen them in a while, so I think they're like somewhere else, but they're often at our place when it's
Yeah.
a little bit warmer, and they just like sit there and make noise, and like, I don't know. I don't think you're supposed to have pigeons on your, like, it's bad for your place. I don't know. But
I
anyways,
feel like their poop is probably like a
yeah. I've heard bad stories about that. But here's the thing. Do you know how you get rid of them? It's crazy.
The way that I've always heard is you just put spikes on all the edges.
Yeah. Well, dude, I've heard that pigeons have actually started building nests on spikes, which is like actually pretty punk rock.
Oh, that's it. They've just evolved. They're
They've
like
just gotten past it. Yeah. So what you do is the pest control people come around and they put out a plate of hallucinogenic corn.
Sorry, they put out one single plate.
No. Well, they put out a few. I don't. They put out like an amount of hallucinogenic corn, and then after a few months, the pigeons stop coming back.
Have they been doing this already?
Yeah,
Have
but
you
like
seen corn?
they
Did you
just
notice
feed
ever?
them psychedelics until they have a bad trip.
But but did you ever notice?
Well, I don't know. I don't have them like on my patio, so I
Like
haven't.
walking in, were you ever like, why is there corn on the front
I
steps?
think they put it like up on the roof and shit.
Oh, okay, not like in the way of people.
No, we're not worried about pigeons on the ground. We're worried about pigeons on our building.
Oh, okay. I don't
Yeah.
know. I thought they were like bad on the grass or something.
I don't know. I think they're bad for like if they're like shitting near the air intakes and stuff like that,
That makes sense.
that kind of stuff. So yeah, you just give them drugs until they piss off. Which
I love so how like do you know how long it takes? Did they say
months?
months?
Isn't that crazy?
Bro, so these things keep coming back.
They
and
keep
they're-
coming back and taking hallucinogens, and then eventually, dude, that can you imagine if we did that with people we didn't like you just took them to the roof, gave them acid, and just like made them have a bad trip?
Bro, that's it's like you literally are making them go crazy, but on like
Yeah.
okay, from my understanding, and this is a rudimentary understanding, but from what I understand, essentially what you're doing is you're making those pigeons think that like your house is haunted,
Yeah.
basically, and then they're gonna like pass it on to their kids.
Yeah. And like the pest control guy was like, well, you can't shoot them and you can't poison them, which I agree with, Alex. I think I agree with you. You know, you shouldn't shoot them and you shouldn't poison them. But I just think it's funny that we draw the line at drugs. Just like kill them, drug them, fuck yeah.
I think it's the best way to do it. That's so funny because, yeah, it'll just basically get like it'll the way like migration and shit works is they just find like good spots and bad spots and they just
Yeah,
show enough generations that they learn to naturally go there. It's fucking epigenetics of the whole thing. And
it's
so like
crazy, man.
evolutionarily we're changing them to think that like there's fucking places where that it'll make you fuck if you go near it, it's got bad stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like I think sometimes about animals that get like tranquilized like in the forest and stuff, and then they wake up like hundreds of kilometers away. If they're ever just like, what the fuck just happened?
Bro, abducted by aliens, for sure that's what they think.
Yeah, like we're just so comfortable playing God at this point that we're we're just anything below us, we're just like, yeah, let's knock it out and put it somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah, man. That's the premise of the movie Madagascar, the animated.
Oh, I haven't even
flick.
watched it.
Really?
Yeah,
You've never seen Madagascar with the little lemurs that go, I like to move it, move it.
I think I might have seen parts of it.
Oh man, fantastic film.
Man,
But yeah,
yeah.
basically animals they escape the zoo and then they get tranquilized and then because they're like, oh, they're fucking animals, they just dump them in their natural habitat and then the wild animals have to deal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a
Damn.
great flick
Hmm.
for kids, but I enjoy it.
Nice.
No, okay. Speaking of what, I mean, I don't want to bring this up every week, but the alien shit, there's more of it.
Yeah.
Well, because Travis, I don't know if I already talked about this guy. I think I did on the podcast last week. I watched a documentary called Travis, a true story.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, he was on Rogan's podcast like recently, and he talks about it. And he started talking about something that he didn't talk about, or they didn't talk about in the documentary at least, where I guess they like took a bunch of samples of like the fucking cuttings of the trees
Yeah.
and they found that there was like growth towards the like field like towards the clearing of where the fucking UFO was and like all the trees around it there's like abnormal growth towards like that area.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so there was like this weird thing going on and then he's talking about how like the way he kind of gets knocked down and like the way everyone described it and the way he described it was like he thinks that the thing was like grounding out, basically, like doing something, like either getting energy or doing some shit. And he got too close, and so it fucking grounded through him. And then they had to fucking get him back to like alive and then dump him back off. So they like took him on the ship and like surgeryed him up, and we're like, holy fuck, like we're in so much trouble for this. Like, you think there was like a big mistake, and like they really were like, why the fuck did he get so close to the ship? What an idiot! Like,
Oh
like
man.
didn't mean any of it.
Huh. What do you take from that?
I think okay, this is where my insane brain went. So the okay, so Bob Lazar talks about the ships that basically bend space time to travel from like
Mhm.
huge distances, and they use a thing to like move the space instead of actually traveling the distance. And um the way this dude was talking on Rogan's podcast, he was talking about like there's these crystals that they find that like lightning hits the ground and it like makes these crystals in the ground. I forget what the hell he said they were called, but anyways, it basically is like in the shape of lightning, but it like where it went through the ground and like
Mm.
electrified it or whatever the hell. And so he was like talking about that and how they probably were looking for that or some shit. But then he was talking about the growth on the trees, like getting like built up towards it. So what I'm thinking is that they somehow fucking suck energy out of the trees and shit to fucking move
Oh,
space time.
crazy.
And then yeah, they grounded that out through him instead of grounding out through the trees.
Right.
But like, yeah, basically they're using Earth as a gas station. Like they're stopping in to fucking fuel up so they could jet out of here. And they're just
Mm-hmm.
in a clearing that they thought was out in the wilderness, and some guy fucking ran up and got yerped by their fueling system. And they're like, "Oh my fucking god, this idiot!" And so they had to get him all fixed up and sent him down. And it was like us basically, yeah, tranquilizing like we're all setting up camp, and then some bear comes running through. He's like, "What's going on?" We have to tranquilize him, and then drop him off in the woods in Montana. Like, I don't know, buddy, find your family.
Yeah. We're also fucking like when you think about it, humans are like we're only like the dominant land creature because some of us are smart.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Like lots of animals out there would whoop any of us one on one, but like our team has a guy that invented zoos.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So now we can like go up and taunt a lion and be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But like
Which
one on one,
I'm learning from reading actually happened probably the other way around, not the way you would think, not the way religion tells it, not the way where they're
weird.
like,
Not the way
yeah,
religion tells it. You
well
don't
then, yeah,
say.
huh?
You don't say. Not the way religion tells it.
Yeah, yeah, where they're like we were people, and then we like decided that we had rule over these other animals. It was like, no, no, no. What happened was we started to use our brains to
Yeah.
create societies, and then as societies became safer and safer, our heads could get bigger and bigger to hold bigger and bigger brains, which apparently is what caused a whole bunch of women to die at birth, which is why like medical advancements have allowed us to get smarter and stuff.
Ah, yes.
There's a lot of ladies that would
Medicine and science doing their
have
part.
C-sections. Their mamas would die at the first one and not be able to have 6 genius babies
That's true.
because they're big
Well,
fucking heads.
thank God for big brains and big openings.
Yeah. And also our brains apparently use a whole bunch of the nutrients that we have. And like, that's like our that's why we have our tiny flimsy bodies, is because our brain uses so much goddamn food.
Hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah. If we
Dude,
had
I got a
small brains,
virtual
we'd have,
reality
like, healthier
headset.
bodies.
I got a virtual reality headset last week. It's so crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh
Have
yeah,
you
yeah,
ever?
yeah. You were saying you were waiting on it last time.
Yeah, like the Oculus Quest 2 is what I got.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's insane, man.
What'd you do?
Oh, dude. What?
What was the first one that you did?
Okay, the first thing I downloaded was this thing. It's this, I can't remember what it's called, but it basically the game is you get into an elevator, it takes you to the top of a skyscraper, and you have to walk out on this wooden plank and you can fall to your death. And like, but it's, but you're like in your living room. So you're like, oh, whatever. But I can't do it. I like, it's so real. And I'm up there and I'm just like, yo, who cares? And my body won't, I can't like push my body to do it. My mind won't let it happen.
That's so funny.
So I've just learned that about myself, that I can't commit suicide virtually yet.
That's so funny. I've seen a Instagram video of some dad just like yerping it off of that, like an old man trying it for the first time, just like running and being like, "What? See you later."
And oh, dude, it's insane. Like you could, I don't think it's easy to like make your mind do. It's fucking so crazy.
Yeah, dude, I have a hard time like playing the bad guy in video games, like when you're being the character.
Yeah, but this is like your body, everything that your eyes are
like
seeing is
I can't
telling your body and brain like, dude, this isn't how it, no, man.
Yeah, I can't imagine it that like I have a tough time playing an RPG game and playing like the bad story, like murdering the person in the storyline,
Yeah,
being their friend. I can't imagine like standing on the edge of a building like, oh yeah, I'll kill my character, no problem. That is actually me.
yeah. And so like I just, I was like tripping myself out over this. So a couple times I like didn't look and jumped and then like put it back on for the descent, and like it drops you so fast to the ground and then you just like boom and everything goes white. It's like the first couple times I was like, that's called nightmare mode.
Okay,
but like,
as soon as this quarantine's over, I'm coming over and jumping off that building for sure.
Oh man, it's so crazy. And I was like, how can I not do this? But I just can't do it. I was gonna video myself with the stuff on going to do it, and I was just like, I can't do it.
Are you gonna keep trying, or are you
Maybe
just never gonna do it?
I'm not sure. I feel like it's not a weird thing to not want to do. You know?
I would feel like mad at myself for not doing it.
Well, I'm kind of like I'm like bothered by it. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But it's so realistic, man.
Yeah,
and it's all around you. So you're like you're just it's crazy.
Yeah, there's no way to get out of it. We're very visual like creatures. That's it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and it's crazy that like the illusion of falling fast can like makes your stomach like tense up and like
yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah. It's funny. I've been seeing a bunch of memes and like maybe I'm just weird, but it's the memes talking about like where you almost go to sleep and then you have a fake falling feeling or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Does that ever happen to you?
I've had that from time to time where you're just kind of jolted awake.
Yeah, I've never had it where like I'm almost asleep and then there's a fake fall, but I have had where you're dreaming and you're falling and then all of a sudden you wake up and they're like, whoa, hey, that's
yeah, hey, yeah,
weird.
Yeah. The one thing about VR that's interesting is like if a girl gets a virtual reality headset, people are like, cool, she must be a gamer. But if a guy gets a virtual reality headset, every man he knows is like, buddy, what fucking porn are you watching? Oh, you gonna get porn? You fucking whoa. Yeah. And it's like, dude, this is linked up through my Facebook account, man. Before you even finish your sentence, like, hey man, I got a virtual buddy porn. Yo, you gonna get fucked? Every single guy I talked to that I told was like, or I posted on Facebook, someone's like, huh? Yeah. It's like, man, come on, dude.
Yeah. I was trying not like, I thought about it. I was like, nah, they've talked about it. No, there's no reason. Yeah, everyone knows. Yeah. Everybody knows. Yeah. Ha, 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 ha.
But also like, I don't know. I know like Shorty has a really good bit about virtual reality porn. And like, but I just don't like, I don't get like what I'm sure it's sweet, I guess. I don't know, but I don't know. Like it doesn't really, jump out at me.
You can't even see the correlation.
What's that?
You can't even see like what.
Well, like I'm sure it'd be sweet, but like you're still like it's like nothing's touching you.
I know, but like think about how emotionally involved you were with that falling thing. So you're that emotionally involved in this situation, and then you're like, my hand is a vagina at this point.
You're just watching two people. It would just feel like you're in a room watching two people bone.
No, it's all POV. Like it's done so that you're banging someone.
like, okay, my hand's a vagina. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just get the appeal. I haven't done it. I don't have a
oh,
VR
I mean,
thing.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I don't think there's any appeal, but it's just like the first thing that comes out of every dude's mouth is just like,
Yeah.
buddy.
Well, that's because the first thing that comes out of every dude's mouth is always fucking fuck it. Like, can you put your
That's
dick in
true.
it?
That's a true. Hey, nice new couch. Can you fuck it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just every time there's a girl around, like you hitting that?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like
But it's so
any
funny though, because like that's a purely male experience to to go
bro, as a
through.
bartender, it's like I don't like there's this weird other like sexist plight that happens to just exclusively male bartenders where every guy that sits at the bar asks them if they're fucking the waitress that is on staff that day.
Oh yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah. You're like, that's not how it works, but all right.
and then if you are dating one of them, it's an even weirder conversation where you're like, yeah, it's my girlfriend. And they're like, oh, nice. Yeah, fuck off.
Oh man.
Like,
Yeah, that seems slime. That's the bar skis that you're talking about.
yeah. Which the more I say it, sounds like I'm being like the barski. Like, no,
The fucking
bar
barski, bud.
and then
Couple brewskis at the barski.
skeezy. Like someone who's
Skeezy.
skeezy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the skis of the bar.
Yeah. Maybe that's how you have to say it. The skis of the bar.
Yeah, that's what
But
I
then it
mean.
just sounds like you're saying barski in pig Latin or something.
Yeah.
Fucking ski bar, bud.
Pig Latin.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
God.
throwback.
Yeah, I haven't heard about Pig Latin since the 8th grade, man. Let me tell you.
Fucking throwback. Throwback Thursday, buddy. Or
Chuck
is it
it back.
Wednesday? Or I don't even know what day it is. Who cares?
I
I
don't
haven't
know.
left my house barely in so long.
Yeah, it's probably been a hot minute for you, hey?
Like basically just like to walk to Safeway and back. And
Yeah,
then I
since
like work.
December 8th, the quarantine or whatever the hell they announced.
Well, it's been like, yeah, I mean, I got out a little bit around Christmas, but
Yeah.
it's been particularly January here. It's been like
Oh, yeah.
not even
Yeah,
really
Blue Monday
drinking.
or whatever the hell they call it was like just this last week, wasn't it?
What's that?
Blue Monday or whatever. Isn't
Oh
Bell like
yeah, yeah, I know. I think that's adorable when people are like, "I'm depressed one day of the year." It's like, yeah,
yeah,
Blue Monday, or as I call it, Monday.
Monday.
Yeah,
No,
that just passed, and then people are doing some. If anyone is doing like dry January, then people are gonna do dry Feb or something,
yeah,
and then like mellow March, and like
Hello, March.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's good though. Like, this stuff's good. I think talking about mental health and all that stuff is good, and you need to do it if you're not feeling good. Talk to someone on this.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Bullshit. And
For
like,
sure.
there's been a fucking ton of goddamn suicides this year because of COVID. And
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Month it's probably been particularly frigged.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, it's just crazy. Like I
talk to someone.
spent so much time. Lots of people have just been spending so much time at home, right?
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, like almost like forget what I used to do.
Yeah, and it just feels like everything is so distant. Like your life is almost so distant from your current reality. Like
Yeah, I mean, even something like this, getting together once a week to do this in person versus over a Zoom is a totally different
1,000,000,000%, bro. Even
experience,
just
right?
like, as stupid as it is, like there's literally science now to prove like human contact bullshit. But it's like, just giving your bros a hug when you see them is
Yeah, handshakes, the bro hug, just like contact in general. It's like you probably we never would have had a chance to like go without unless something like this happens,
100%.
to really truly go without that for so long.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, when I think about who I've made contact with in January, it's like nobody.
Yeah, man. When the group, like a group mentality is kind of, I guess not important, but it's very influential. Like the people you hang out with really do influence like who you are as a person and like the way you do things. And so if you tend to keep a good group of people, like that's been a really weird. Sounds really stupid, but like I literally don't know if I have good or bad ideas anymore because I
Yeah.
don't have my the core group that I usually fuck around with, and like the ideas just come out of me as we're fucking
Yeah.
around, and like someone will tell me if I'm an idiot or not. Like not happening. So I just have all these idiot ideas where I'm like, I don't know. And like when I do get together with one other guy, I'm like, okay, but you're also an idiot. So now all I know is the two
Yeah.
idiots think this.
Yeah,
Like,
two idiots either agree or disagree.
yeah. Like I'm no closer to the question. I used to have samples of hundreds of people every night
Yeah.
or every week
Yeah.
at least.
This
Like,
research is flawed.
yeah. Now I just have an idiot and another idiot. Like,
Damn. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
and so yeah, I
Like,
don't. I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
I've become more biased during the pandemic just because I've only had my own thoughts, and it's like, I guess you have the internet, but the internet, as everyone knows, is just a fucking portal of your own echo chambery bullshit, unless you like actively work against it. But
And even if you work against it, you see the other stuff and you're like, fuck.
yeah, you just roll your eyes at it and go back to reading the whole version of your thing.
And even the regular, mainstream trusted media sources, like the news isn't great right now. It's just
Oh,
not.
it's gone.
As someone who scours the internet for news daily, I just, there's just not, there's so much going on, but there's so little going on in a
Dude, Bill
way.
Burr was talking about this, and he was saying that like the best thing to do is to look at like local news stations
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, yeah, those are the people that like need you to fund their programming. So like
Yeah.
they're gonna talk about shit that actually matters to you.
Right.
So like if you just go look at a whole bunch of different local news shit on the internet, you'll get a clear idea of like
Mm,
what's happening in whatever area you're looking at.
yeah. Sometimes the internet feels so small because you're just like, I'm just seeing the same thing every single place,
Yeah, bro,
everywhere
you
I
see literally and like the word for like a lot of verbatim shit and like the same post over and over again or
look.
the
Hmm.
same like meaning but with different words or the same picture or a different picture with the same words.
Yeah.
Like
I
so
know
many
I
times.
need I need more hobbies, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, so many times I'll like get a story or see something like pop up in like a news feed.
Hmm.
I'll like read through the article and be like, oh, cool. I want like some more information on this. And everything I find is just basically the same article from different sources, like over and like just
Yeah.
resourcing themselves. And it's like, I can't even find more information on parts of the article that I'm trying to find because it just, that specific article is the first 10 pages of
I
every
know.
search engine.
I
And then
know.
as soon as you get past it, it just turns into gibberish. Like there's no real, it's all these weird other like people's LinkedIn pages and tweets from
Yeah.
fucking 4 years ago.
There's so much trash out there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And everything's been so fucking SEO'd up and like, because I remember, what the hell year was this? 2013, 2014, some shit like that. And yeah, because I was building my website and I met this girl and we were out doing a show. We didn't hook up or anything, just actually like just met a friend chick who was there for like this festival that we are doing for the weekend. And she did like web design and she was at the festival for like photography that she did on the side. But we were talking about like websites and she was charging like $3,000 to do the websites or something like that. Or her company was charging
Yeah.
like something like that. And I was like, what? That's crazy. And she was just talking about like search engine optimization and like how they basically take care of making sure that like whatever people search you come up for. And they did like all the research into all that.
Hmm.
And then like put that somehow into their programming or whatever the hell. But anyways, I then started since then, like I've heard that come up like a whole bunch of times, and then started seeing it as like a sales thing from like GoDaddy and Wix and fucking
Hmm.
Squarespace, like, SEO optimization, like blah 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 blah. And it's like the same as the Facebook marketplace where now everyone is just flooding like on sale now, fire, must go, low ball. Like everyone's just hitting the tags. And so you're
Yeah.
like, what? Why is there a $55,000 Cadillac in the low ball hashtag? Like, what?
Yeah.
But it's like because the guy paid for the ad, and it's like, so what is even the point of any of this?
Yeah. I
And
know it
so
just becomes a
this,
big jumble.
yeah, like Google has become that way where it's like everyone just has so much in search engine optimization that the first 10 pages are all just people trying to get on the first 10 pages.
Yo, did you hear that in Australia, like the Australian government is trying to get Google to pay like news outlets for the like for aggregating their content? Because like
Oh,
Google
really?
News, yeah. Anyways, Google's like doesn't want to do that, or they don't want to do it under terms dictated by the Australian government. So they're threatening to turn off their search engine in Australia, which sounds like nothing, but we're talking about search engine optimization, and Google has a whole gigantic environment around that small businesses use and stuff to like to be found on the internet. If you turn off
Oh,
Google,
yeah. I guess because
yeah,
I thought, yeah, if you turn off the search engine, that's not a big deal. Because whatever, go to Bing or whatever, you'll have to use a shittier one, but whatever. But yeah, Google reviews are gone. Google Maps is gone. Like
yeah, they have
Google
like a
Play
Google recommendation thing. They have like all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that so it's interesting because they talk about
Mail.
turning off the search engine, but it's like wow, that could have like map something. I we've never thought about what the consequences of something like that would be because like that's never come up before.
Yeah, bro. No access to Gmail would be, I mean, you would have to make a new email account and then
I
start.
I think some of that stuff might have stayed, but just like the whole like search infrastructure would have gone.
Huh. Yeah.
It's just like it's an interesting like when you think about like the future and like political
I
parties and
guess none
countries
of
and
that.
stuff, something like Google as an entity can like unilaterally be like, okay, you're my enemy now, you don't get internet, or you don't get
Yeah.
our apparatus. It's like very futuristic.
Yeah. We really, I think like I've always hoped that there would be more competition and stuff like this. Like when Bing started coming out and Ask Jeeves and like that stuff, I was always kind of hoping. Oh no, I have 2% battery. I was always kind of hoping that something would come out that would surpass Google because it
Yeah,
seems dangerous in that way. Like you're saying, I guess you could get away with like you'd have Yelp and Bing and all that shit. But it's
yeah,
like, yeah, when everyone started getting, and like same way with iPhones, like when everyone started, it's like Apple or Samsung. Like I really don't think that's good. I always like I had a Windows phone when Windows phones came out and like weird shit like that. Just because I was always like I kind of anti-establishment, but also like it's. I just think that having more than one is good because if everyone just gets the one, then they
yeah.
have complete control.
True that. Speaking of control, it sounds like you're almost out of battery, my friend. And we're at
Yeah,
about
dude.
40 minutes, so we can
Sicko
wrap it up
mode.
here. Why don't you tell people where they can find you besides locked up at home?
Go to comedyaf.com. My album is there. The link to this is there if that somehow doesn't add up. And then you can go to my YouTube is there, and my Instagram is at AF Comedian. And you can find me changing oil somewhere in Edmonton.
Yes, in a monkey onesie.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Tell
Chains and
people
dead
that you
there,
know to
baby.
listen
Come
to our
check it.
podcast. Tell them they can watch and see Alex's debut on OnlyFans. Don't spray the water on yourself. Don't spray the water on yourself. Oh man, we got a Backstreet Boys music video going on here. All right, that's enough.